Hi. Give me 1 second. So my talk did sort of change names. That's because I named the bot. But we'll get to that. All right, so Wisdom 2.0 is the name of my talk. It's a mod to the traditional wisdom that you're used to. 6 slides, so it'll be super quick. So we put some patch notes in for wisdom. We added swearing, updated for 2018, more hashtags. We re-added 60s MLB humor. I feel like that was valuable and we took it out, so I put it back in. There are only like 10 strings now in wisdom instead of like infinite strings, and that really takes the edge off. It removes some of the existential crisis of traditional wisdom. So just remember, the only true wisdom is knowing you may be talented, but you're not Kanye West. Hashtag humble brag. We'll get to the hashtags later. So every good bot needs a name. Since this is a modern upgrade, it's we've gone with Descarti-B. If you don't know who Cardi B is, you can look her up and you'll get it. So this is all the code. This is actually twice as long as it needs to be. For the sake of explaining it, though, it's twice as long. You see at the top we have strings, strings, strings. I didn't put the strings in because it would be too long to put on this slide. So basically what happens is you have 3 functions that feed into the bottom function. The first 3 essentially do the exact same thing. It wasn't necessary to put all 3 of those in there, but I did it. This is my first project ever. I didn't mention that. So if you're like, why did she do that? That answers your question. And if anyone tells you that Techlahoma talks aren't accessible to beginners, you can forward them to this talk. There will be a VOD. So yeah, it checks the length of the array there on philosopher length. I'm pointing at my screen, like you can see where my hand is. And it multiplies it by a random number. A random number is between 1 and 0, and then it rounds that down. Technically, if it rolled a 1, it would break, but there's like a 1 in 10 million chance that could happen, so it works. And then at the end, it makes var a quote. It adds what you got from the first function and what you got from the second function plus a space, because apparently that's how you add spaces. I didn't know. I had to look it up. I was like, how do I make a space? You just put a space in quotations. And then if it does an if check, if the random number is greater than 0.6, you have a 40% chance. It appends get bonus, which is the third function there, and that's the hashtag. So without further ado, this is what it spits out. The CSS is actually more complicated than the JavaScript. So you know that GIF of Peter Griffin like trying to pull up the blinds and it just says CSS. This whole bot. So if I hit generate knowledge, that one's not good. Let me find a shorter one. Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but but what do I have to do to get a simple person rug with cherub imagery? That is, I think, Aristotle and Kanye West. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. School is a tool to brainwash the youth. Plato and Jaden Smith. Let me show you the code here. So since I just wanted to respect these philosophers and their actual wisdom, I did comment out the rest of their quote there, so anyone who's looking at the code can read it, read the credit. So that's var philosopher. It pulls from one of these. Var celebrity pulls from, right now it just has Jaden Smith, Kanye West, Gary Busey, and then there's that 60s MLB humor, Yogi Berra. Oh, yeah, maybe. This is why I took a screenshot of it and put it in my slides. It's on GitHub, though. You can read it. The bonuses, hashtag bless, hashtag winning, hashtag humble brag, hashtag Google it, and hashtag think about it. You can actually see I've shortened them up here. You can't actually see it on the thing, but that's like what GitHub has noticed that I've changed, so I can append that. I'm actually using Dreamweaver, and you can fight me on that if you don't like it. Like, if you haven't used Dreamweaver in over 10 years, don't at me. And yeah, that's the whole bot. Like I said, the CSS is actually slightly more complicated. There's like transitions in there and like fluid containers. I don't fully understand it, but this is easy. So my main thing is I wanted to show you guys, like, you don't have to be making something awesome and world-changing to maybe develop your skills, or just like do something that makes you laugh and keeps you liking what you do. Maybe I can actually generate some wisdom so I don't have to think about this and how to word it. There you go. Our greatest glory is not in never failing. You may be talented, but you're not Kanye West. Hashtag winning this time. Yeah, that's my whole talk. It's at Descarti-B.com. So you can check this out anytime. You can find me on GitHub. I'm Ava Lynn on GitHub. If there's a quote that you just feel like really needs to be in there, please add it. And also the name credit, I was going to name it Decat, and it was going to be a cat that dispensed internet wisdom. But then Benji was like, you should name it Descarti-B. And I was like, yeah, that's way better. So that's what we went with. And yeah, did you guys have any questions? I don't, GitHub? Yeah. Yeah, I just have the DNS like forwarded from like, yeah, Namecheap. This is like, I paid $10 for this domain, and I was like, it's worth it. Usually I get like the .party domain because it's only 88 cents, but I like sprung for the .com on this one. Any other questions? Cool, yeah, that's it. Please? Cardi, okay, you know what, let's just, no, man, that's not safe for work. I can't Google it. Sorry. Just, yeah, get out your phone. Yeah, C-A-R-D-I space B, Cardi B, I'm sorry if you watch this. Yeah. She's like, exactly like, yeah, she's exactly like Nicki Minaj. Yep, that's it. Thank you, guys.